everybody. I'm Tim Donnelly. We are in the coach's office of the Charlotte Rush for our Charlotte Rush midweek report. We're going to talk elite hockey right now. Last weekend, the Rush went to Raleigh to face the Carolina Junior Hurricanes. And this coming weekend, we are back at home against the Charleston Colonials. We're going to talk about last weekend's games and also preview this weekend's games as well. And to do that, let's bring in the head coach, general manager of the Charlotte Rush Elite, Trevor Jewell. And Trevor, splitting with the Junior Hurricanes Elite last weekend, let's talk about Saturday's game. We scored 4 goals, but unfortunately gave up 7, including 5 in that second period. Was it bad bounces, penalties? What went wrong for the Rush in that second period?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we started pretty well scoring in the first minute there, but, again, in the second period we kind of let the wheels fall off a little bit. I think we missed some assignments in that front. We took some penalties we shouldn't have taken, and then we just got ourselves behind the 8 ball to begin with, and then, tried to claw our way back from there, and being down by 5 at one point, it just doesn't. That's not an easy task. So, credit to the guys for battling back, but Carolina's got a good team over there, and they keep coming at you. They're fast and physical, and they go to the net. So, I also think Limmer had a tough day, but it is what it is. He's seen a lot of hockey, and he's a great goalie. But everybody has an off day, and I think he had one. But Ellsbury came in and gave us a chance to win, and again, at that point in the game, the differential in goals, it was just almost insurmountable. So couldn't really do too well, and our guys battled throughout the rest of that game. But again, putting ourselves behind that quickly in the second period like that just kind of takes the wind out of our sails.
Well, the Carolina Junior Hurricanes, they were undefeated heading into Sunday, but that would end as the Charlotte Rush Elite handed the Carolina Junior Hurricanes their first defeat of the season, a big 4-2 win. And Trevor, you went with Hayden Ellsbury in goal, and let's talk about his performance first before we get to the goal scores. But he did give up 2 goals in the first 8 minutes. What were you thinking after those 8 minutes after falling behind so early?
Well, obviously, I said it, and I was thinking to myself, here we go again. But, me, Coach Jeff and myself, we just stayed positive on the bench, and I thought we were going to come back, and I thought we could come back, and we started to chip away one by one. And, Hayden got better as the game went on. So the reality is he played unbelievable. He made some saves that, no goalie should ever be able to make, but he gave us a chance to win, and our guys responded, and we came back and scored, and Matty Lohan played well, bringing him down from Premier and giving him some more ice time at his request, so that shows a lot about his character and who he is and how much he cares about this family. So very proud of him, and I think Luke Miller had a rebound day and played really well after being out the weekend before and taking a pretty big hit to his knee in Saturday's game. But so those guys played extremely well. But we were playing very short-handed. We have a lot of guys out right now with injuries, and whether it be concussions or things like that. But most of our top guys are out, at least on the back end and things like that. So we're trying to make things work with some other guys and giving them some opportunities. And I think the guys stepped in on Sunday and responded extremely well, and they played well, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great hockey game. It was back and forth. It was up and down. It was very impressive, and it was fun to be a part of, honestly.
Well, again, after the Rush got down 2-0, 8 minutes in, Hayden Ellsbury and the Rush shut out the Junior Hurricanes 52 minutes the rest of the way. Trevor, I texted Hayden to congratulate him and the Rush on Sunday. You guys were bussing back, and he was so excited. He texted me back, but he was very careful to take the credit away from him. He said, Tim, it was a team effort. The guy played great in front of me. He wanted to make sure it was a team win, and it just wasn't him.
Yeah, it was definitely a team win, but at the end of the day, he made the stops he needed to make to give our guys the confidence to go out and perform. So credit goes to him for giving us a chance to win the hockey game, and then the other credit goes to our guys for performing and putting pucks in the net when we needed to.
Again, as Trevor mentioned, Matt Lawhon, a pair of goals, Luke Miller, a pair of goals to lead the Rush to that big win over the Junior Hurricanes, their first defeat of the season. Let's take a look at the Southeast Division standings right now. The Rush in third place, but just 3 points behind the Junior Hurricanes. In second place, the Richmond Generals, just a point ahead of the Rush. So far, Trevor, 14 games into the season, the Rush Elite well-positioned.
Yeah, we're pretty happy about where we are right now. We still got a lot of work to do, but, that's what we have Monday through Friday to do. So we'll see what happens throughout the week, and then we have another 2 tough games this weekend.
Of course, the Rush, as Trevor mentioned, Charleston Colonials coming in, the second Rush home weekend of the season. 2.5 weeks ago, the team came in, the Colonials, and the Rush had a couple of big elite wins, 9-0 and 7-2. And so, Trevor, certainly good success against those teams, but I know that the Colonials will want to play much better than they did here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and obviously they're getting better as the weeks go by as well. You know, that it was early in the season we played them. It's still fairly early, so you know they're going to consistently get better, and they're going to work hard, and they're going to want to come in and get a piece of us. So, you know, we just have to take care of what we can control, worry about us, and you know, just make sure that we're executing and doing the things we need to do on the ice and staying out of the box and doing all that stuff. And I think we can see success this weekend. So we're pretty excited.
All right. And again, finally, Trevor, one question. 14 games in right now. Talk about the improvement you've seen overall with this elite team and maybe one or two guys that you think have really stepped up since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've improved a lot since the first week. I think there's still a lot we have to work on, though, as far as systematic type stuff. But other than that, I mean, the offense is there, the skill is there. I think we need to be a little bit more physical and start playing them with a little bit more sandpaper. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, we have a very good hockey team, and they're starting to believe in themselves, which is even more important. But they still have to understand that no games are easy in our division. So, but if I had to point out a couple guys, obviously Hayden Ellsbury would be one of them. You know, his compete level is great, his attitude's great. All he does is work, and he's gone in and performed very well in the games he's played. So I'm very happy with him. And then you know, another one is a guy like Hayden Drake. You know, he's come, you know, full circle since where he was last year. I couldn't be happier with his performance and his plays, his attitude on and off the ice, and you know, he's just a great kid right now, and the guys love him, and they build off him when he's playing well, and they build off him in practice and off the ice. So very happy with those two, and I think they've really turned a page and become part of this program and become very vital, important family members of this program as well. So couldn't be happier for those two right now.
Trevor, great win on Sunday, handing the Junior Hurricanes their first loss of the season, putting us in good position right now. Let's try to make it 3 in a row with a couple more wins this weekend against the Charleston Colonials.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Trevor Jewell, head coach and general manager of the Charlotte Rush Elite. Again, the Rush will be home this weekend. The Elite will play on Saturday at 5 o'clock and then Sunday morning at 9:20. And, of course, the premier games will follow. If you'd like to get additional information on what's happening in Rush Nation, you can go to our social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, our Charlotte Rush YouTube channel, and, of course, our Charlotte Rush website as well. Scott Reeves has been our cameraman, Carolina School of Broadcasting. Thank you, Scott. And so for Trevor Jewell and all of us at the Charlotte Rush, I'm play-by-play announcer Tim Donnelly. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.